Hi, Craig again. That's my son Caleb when he was like 2. Now he's almost 7. My wife made this artwork. She's not a painter, but we took a painting class together, and she happens to have a lot of art talent, which is pretty amazing. So now that we have just finished week 1, and I'm sure you've heard a lot of people, talking about week 1 on Facebook or other social media talking about week 1. So hopefully I'm not overkilling this, but probably one of the most important things that you should do, or if you haven't done, is creating a new organizational system for your family. Now, what's happening is that parents now have to rely on hardcore parenting skills, and for many parents, they're not really well organized, and now it's like a slap in the face, like boom, like we're not an organized family, which is fine. It's not, every family's different, but now the problem is you do need some sort of organizational system. Some families, maybe if they don't want to have their kids do any work and they can do whatever they want, that's up to them. But if you want to be productive in terms of having your kid or kids do work, you will need an organizational system. And the most important thing is that the parent or the parents need to kind of determine that system. They could bring their kids in as part of that discussion, and ultimately should be a family that's decided. It obviously depends on the age of the child, the needs of the child. Every family is different. But at the end of the day, when you have this system, you need to follow up on this system at least 5 days a week. It's going to be interesting that, weekends and weekdays are now going to be kind of a blur. I was just telling my wife that, it feels like it's like a weekend, but now we're working full time during weekdays. And I think on the weekends I'm going to have my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old, do some work because I've been giving him a lot of work this week. Nothing hardcore. It's been like kind of dense work in the morning, some dense work in the afternoon, not for long time periods. And since it's not spread out, I'm going to, I think, give him some work on the weekend, and that's kind of the new reality. But at the same time, he's been having a lot of fun. He's been having bonding time with his brother. He wanted to learn about origami, so there was an origami project that he did. So anyway, long story short is that if you haven't figured out a home structure organizational system, not only for weekdays, weekends are totally different. I was like telling my wife, I looked at my calendar, I'm like, calendars don't mean anything anymore. Sorry, I have to sneeze, which is not good when considering we have this coronavirus going on. I'm healthy, but yeah, so I basically look at my schedule, just throw it out the window. Any social whatever with friends, whatever, it's out the window. So if you haven't started, now is the time. It's never too late. Start a system, and then once you have a system, the most important thing is the parents. Even if the kids, are part of that conversation, the parents or the parent, they need to execute that system. They need to let everyone, like the kids or whatever, know what that system is. Human behavior, we hate transitioning to new things. It's going to be painful at the beginning, but if you stick with it, before you know it, everyone's going to adjust, and then everyone will be more productive.